Good evening, everyone. Welcome to BNR. It's me, Gene, and just Asim today. Avi's celebrating Thanksgiving. Ben's busy today, and he will hopefully be back tomorrow. I hope everyone's well. Asim, it's a massive weekend of football coming up for Liverpool, for you, for me, for Arne Slot, for the players. But first and foremost, man, how are you? How's things?
I'm good. Are you sure it's just me and you? Avi said he might come.
Did you?
Yeah, he said he might
Okay.
come.
I don't know if he joins, he joins. Hopefully, he'll give us a bomber when he joins. But let's see if he joins. You never know with him. He likes to be the center of attention, as always. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But yeah, man, Asim, first and foremost, what's going on, man? How's your day been?
Hassan
Hey,
saying,
now I can.
I've just got a text from Hassan saying, put your mic on. Is my mic on?
Yeah, now it's on.
There we are. Liverpool's mic's not on. Liverpool have dropped the mic and not picked it up. Thank you very much. A lot of people like this hoodie, Gene.
To be honest with you, I like this hoodie as
Let
well.
me put my mic down. I'm proud of this top. Wallahi, I am.
Yeah, plus the colour is really, to be fair, the colour's banging as well.
And you know what? Like every Palestine top is brilliant because it serves a purpose, but some are just OTT.
Yeah.
Do you understand? This is like classy, but it gets the Palestine and it's for the cause as well. That's the main thing. Big up to everyone. The thing is, I got this from Leeds. Big up Leeds. Look, free promotion to King's Coffee on Leeds Road. In the one and only Bradford. So yeah, they do like a unique, just like a couple of racks, and you can sometimes if you get one and you might not see it again, maybe for months or never again. So yeah, free Palestine and free everyone, every single person facing oppression around the world. But yeah, it's been good. Gene, we were going to have a day off. We were mulling over the idea. Shall we go tonight? Shall we go tomorrow? Shall we do a call-in show tonight and go tomorrow? Shall we go tonight and do a call-in tomorrow? But you know what? We're here. We're here for the community. And not everyone is celebrating Thanksgiving. And whoever is, then I hope you have a good day with family and friends. Avi, he did say that he's busy, but he's been really busy. For a guy who's wanting a day off, he's been sending audios left, right, and center on the WhatsApp, Gene. I think he's at home and he's having a few. So you know what? I'm gonna put my phone on silent tonight, Gene, because you know when Avi's had a few on a Friday night. You know what? And if you play his recording, just go downstairs and play it.
I know.
Don't play it in front of the kids. Every single time I forward on an Avi audio, I quickly have to put the emoji on a warning sign. Play alone. But yeah, Gene, Liverpool would be nice if Liverpool play alone on Sunday. Because if Liverpool play alone on Sunday, we might pick up 3 points. But the thing is, West Ham are turning up. It's at their ground. And it's going to be one of those fixtures. I've not checked, and I know we're doing a bit of a preview show tomorrow. I've not gone and checked exactly what results Nuno has got West Ham since he's come to the club. But one thing's for sure, whichever team that you play against, which is represented and led by Nuno, then it's going to be a really, really tough ask. They're going to be resilient, they're going to be organized, and it's going to be hard. But there's plenty of things going on at Liverpool on and off the pitch. We heard today the David Ornstein Bomba. It came really early in the morning that Real Madrid has sort of backed off Konaté. And I've seen the Twitter talk. I've seen the talk amongst the Liverpool fans. And I want to ask you, and I know you're hosting, but it's all right. We can co-host.
Yeah.
a lot of people are saying that this is not just a total no from Real Madrid. They might come back for him when he's free. But how do you read it, and what do you make of it?
If I'm honest, I think it's a bit of a weird message going on, because if there's a player is going to be free at the end of his contract, right?
Mm,
Then to tell us what we got to do with anything. Number one.
yeah.
But what was interesting is them when I read something about him, and they there's mentioned something about him still being in negotiations, because they probably might be going in for other players if it's not Kanate. So they've pulled out because they were probably going to look elsewhere, because Kanate is not giving his word to them that he's leaving. Um, and I don't look. We're not going to sell him in January. That's like a no, never in a million years. That's happening, especially right now.
Mm,
So it was an interesting to see what they meant by that, because from what how I read into it is they probably want to do the deal. If I'm This is what my honest take is, they probably do want to do the deal. Kanate hasn't given 100% of his word to them.
you think Real Madrid wanted to still do the deal
Wanted
or wanted?
before, right?
Right.
Kanate hasn't given them his word 100% that he will join, and this is them putting on all the pressure on Kanate now, saying, "Listen, now or never. Tell us basically, do you want to come? Yes or no? If not, we're doing one. Either you stay with Liverpool, right, or if you want to join, you tell us now." And I think that's put a lot of pressure on Kanate. Obviously, with Kanate being shite recently, if I'm honest,
Mm,
um, that's just piled it on for him. But I'm glad in a way that they've come out and done that. I'm actually glad that, a
mm,
load of pressure is on him now to say, I need to sort out what I want. And I think it's unfair on him to let it drag on, because let's be honest, Asim, he's been shit. And I would rather him come out and say, you know what, guys, I'm going to leave at the end of the season. Yeah, this is my take. Or he signs a contract, and I tweeted this. He signed the contract. Asim, you buckle down, you get going, and you become a player that we've seen over the last few years, where you've become integral part of this football club. None of this bullshit of letting it drag on any longer for another few months. People mention PSG. That will probably be his other target, because PSG will want him, especially being a French international. They're the best team, one of the best teams in Europe. And if they're going to get him on a free, then it makes complete sense from their side, and probably from Kanate's side as well. French league goes there, he'll have a chance at crack at winning the Champions League every year with PSG. But what's your take on it, Asim? Because in terms of letting this news out, do you believe that Real Madrid are not going to go in for Ibu Konate from now till the end of the season?
I don't. I think they've backed off. I
Totally.
think they backed off. Yeah,
Reason.
they just don't think he's a Real Madrid fit. I think the form of Canate hasn't helped him.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And I think they've got, if they're looking to invest in that area, I think they've got bigger and better targets. I think
Like,
for Real Madrid, like, yeah, he played well against Real Madrid, and maybe that was a bit of an addition in the eyes of Ibu Konate, but maybe it was too late. Um, I think he is more right now. He's more likely it's either stay at Liverpool or go free to Paris. I think, but the thing is, wherever he goes, Genie is not a guaranteed starter. He's not a guaranteed starter wherever he goes. And the problem, what he has is, and people tell me he's good on the ball and stuff like that. Unless he's got, really good footballers in that back line, I think he doesn't. I think he needs that, Gene. He needs that. And one of the reasons I
Trent at
believe,
Real Madrid.
huh?
He loved Trent at Real Madrid.
Exactly. Have you seen
So
some of the compilations that Trent's been spraying the ball around?
yeah,
It's
but,
an
but
absolute cheat code.
this
And
is
I
what I'm saying.
believe,
So if Trent and Konate worked at Liverpool, why will Real Madrid?
but who have they got there at the moment? They've got Hoyson, obviously. They've got Rudiger still. Who else is there? They've got that other guy who
Militao,
played at Anfield last year.
they've got that young centre
And the,
back as well, the
what's he called? Garcia or something. Yeah.
Garcia.
And I agree with Dean. He's not a guaranteed starter for PSG as well. Pacho's been really doing really well for them. Who else have they got on the right hand side? Marquinhos. Who else is there?
Zubarni.
Yeah, they bought him from Bournemouth in the thingy. Asensio, not Garcia. Asensio played against us at Anfield last season. So that is the thing. But we do know that Ivo Konaté is a good defender. But I believe that one of the reasons why we're seeing a lot of individual errors from him is because he's not comfortable with the extra responsibility on the ball, and I think it's affecting him there, and it's affecting his temperament on and off the ball. It's just too much going on with him. You want to keep it simple with Kanate. With all due respect, I don't believe he's got a lot of intelligence on the ball, but he's a guy who can mop up. He's a guy who can go wide and win that duel. There's clarity in his play over the years. He is a player that he's probably one of the best players on the pitch in the defensive aspect in that Real Madrid final in Paris, funnily enough, against Real Madrid, even when we lost the final, of course. But he was one of our best players on the pitch. But it allows the right back to get higher. It allows the right back to get on the ball. It allows a lot more freedom to the defensive area. But it's paramount that you provide him not no responsibility, but a lot less responsibility on the ball that
Would
we're
we
seeing.
get that at Real Madrid though? If you're
Yeah, I guess
playing with
so.
Trent and you're playing with Dean Huijsen as your in your back line, them two are arguably, Dean Huijsen's unbelievable on the ball for a
Yeah,
centre back. Trent is generational. It's tailor made, no?
yes. But if I'm really honest, for Real Madrid, I don't think he's a Galactico gene. I think they want proper
But
footballers.
they're going for Upamecano then,
I think
and
he's a
he's
lot
not.
better. I think he's a lot better
Is
on the ball.
okay? I granted, but he's not a better defender than Ibu Konaté. I don't think he is anyway. He bloody hell, he
Yeah,
makes mistakes. It
on
might
the
have
day.
improved over the last 12 to 18 months, but previously, what we've seen of him, he gets absolutely. He's been getting drilled by so many players in the Champions League over the last 3 or 4 years. 3 years at Bayern Munich.
KG, I think it hits the nail on the head. Saliba is a Real Madrid defender.
We know, yeah. Look, and what I mean is, he's the Van Dijk sort of mold player. That's like Saliba, Van Dijk. They're Galactico type of players.
Yeah.
Who you expect them to sign, but he's not going to go. They sign a new contract.
I just think at Real Madrid, Gene, the overall expectation to be a good footballer overall is more at Liverpool.
Yeah,
You,
Militao to Ed Bujanga on the ball.
yeah, no, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. But something's gone wrong with Gene. They've actually said no to Ibu Konate on a free. Come on.
It doesn't make sense. That's why I think it's bullshit. I think they've just put
You
on
think it's
pile.
bullshit?
No, I don't think it's bullshit. I just think they've piled on the. I don't think Ibu Konate was 100% certain about leaving Liverpool. I believe in my this is people can think what they want. I think he had doubts about leaving, right? That's why he didn't give Real Madrid his word. Asim, Real Madrid are
It's a
not going to just look.
shame. It's a
Asim,
shame.
Real Madrid are not going to just look at his last 12 games at Liverpool to sign a player for the next 5 years. We know how good Ibu Konate has been over the years. Yes,
What's
he's
gone
made
wrong then?
mistakes, but huh?
So what's
So you're
gone
telling
wrong?
me the issue's been they've decided over the last 12, or because of 12 games, they've decided he's not good enough. Come on, yeah, no club does that. You look at the last 3 or 4 years, you look how good he's been. He's only 25, 26. It makes sense. Good player on a free. It's a Real Madrid signing.
Or they've taken a different direction.
They've gone Upamecano over him. That's that. If you said that to me, I would say TK, because I think because the word was Real Madrid would have Upamecano and Konaté. One of them will be at Real Madrid. That was the news about a month, 2 months ago.
Okay.
There you go. Esan leaves to go. Oh my gay.
Are they all running out of contract in the summer?
Yeah.
Didn't one of the guys in the hierarchy of Bayern come out? What's his name? Max Serbel or whatever, the guy with the glasses.
Yeah.
Did he talk about the Upamecano situation? I can't remember reading it, but it was definitely he did definitely come out. If someone can let us know what exactly he said. It was something about Upa's contract. I'd like to know. Yeah, Herbal. I want to know what he said. Please get those quotations up. But those guys, I've got a feeling Upa might stay at Bayern.
If he stays, Real will go all out gay.
And where does that leave us?
Ibu Konaté.
So we're gonna have to give him 200 grand a week.
We're gonna have to. He's gonna sign the contract we've given him, or if he wants to go to PSG, should demod. But we lose out on Ibu and Gay. That would be a catastrophe, mate. Imagine that happening.
It's a shame because I had a catch up with David Ornstein yesterday, and we didn't discuss Ibu.
You're an idiot.
I
You're
didn't
an
know
idiot,
I didn't know
mate.
he's gonna come out with a Bomba, and I didn't want to text him on the day that he thingy. I don't like giving that impression I'm bloody fishing. But it's a shame we discussed, but we didn't discuss Ibu. But it's interesting because I will mention a defender's name later on that Liverpool have been scouting. Maybe it fits in with the theory of that Liverpool don't have any guarantees in the defensive area, Gene.
Because now I understand why you tweeted expect 3 to 4 defenders over the next couple of windows. It makes sense because obviously with Van Dijk, and then you need another centre back. That's 2. We definitely need another full back, 3. I think we probably need another right back because I think I'll be honest with you. I don't think the right back area is good enough, and there will be already a rebuild. Ash has actually put up the quote, Asim. Because speaking to Sports Brilliance, the 52-year-old said Upa is now 27 years old, in the golden age for a central defender. He wants to make his decision very consciously, which he should do. Right? If there's anything else, let me know.
Gene, who's this Cambiasso? Someone messaged me on Twitter a couple of. It might have been LFC forever. This is one of the reasons why I leave my DMs open. I don't like to check them often, but a few people have mentioned this Cambiasso. The only Cambiasso I know is the ex-Inter Milan Cambiasso. What a player he was. Could do with him right now in midfield.
That's maybe wicked. And if furthermore, he goes, we are still talking, I believe, and I can sense that Upa feels very comfortable with the path we have chosen. So there is a possibility that they
a lot more positive than what they were with Wirtz in the summer, Gene.
One guy people are raving about this Cambiasso.
Do you know Cambiasso?
I've heard of him. I've just heard about him. I heard I've not seen him. I heard he's a very good player.
Is he Argentinian?
He must be. He's an Argentinian name. Guy, I'm sure the people in the chat will tell us.
Toll says Cambiasso is a Juve player who City wanted in the summer.
He's an Italiano.
Is he young? Italian. He's more of a wing back, according to Dean.
Yeah.
I might check him out tonight. Wing back. We've got plenty of them.
And I don't want I want a guy that's actually good on the ball if we're gonna sign winger, man. I don't want to. All my I've been all somehow saying flying fullbacks. My flying fullbacks nangai sangi. Flipping, we need possession based fullbacks right now, man.
You know who's really impressing me at the moment, Gene?
Go on.
Calafiori.
I flipping told you we should have bought. I was raving about Calafiori, man. I was raving about him. Italians don't do well in flipping England. They can't play in England. This, that. Calafiori is brilliant, man.
He's gone up a level. He's gone up a level this year.
He's different level, that's him. That's me. He's big, bro. He's the way he's formed. He's better than Bastoni right now, mate. I'm telling you, he's unbelievable. He can defend. He can do everything.
He lost his place, you could argue, last season.
Yeah, he did.
To Miles Kelly, yeah. But this year, with the preseason, looks a different player. Different player. And you know what? He's comfortable in going in attacking areas. I didn't think he had that. And he can strike a ball, as we've seen.
Yeah. And bro, he gets big goals, man. The amount of goals he scored as well. Kasmi, he's really impressed me, man. And we obviously, a lot of us thought Miles Lewis Kelly was gonna, this was gonna be his season where we were thinking he was to be England's left back. Bro, this guy hasn't hasn't even given him a game in the league. Forget England's left back. This guy's been too good, man. So you got
He's
to
got
give.
to be the best defense in the world. Yeah,
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Arsenal's
yeah.
without a shadow of a doubt. Miles, nobody's close. Their defense, no, Asim, with respect. I know they're a bit of a defensive side. They've got obviously they do get
Mm.
the protection as well. But you got to give them a lot of credit, man. The way they defend, me. Come on, how many goals have they conceded in the league this season? 4, 5 max.
I didn't watch Newcastle v City, Gene, but apparently Thiaw. I mentioned he's a
You did.
guy who is apparently he had a really good game. You know, apparently he had a
He's
really good game.
even when there was a lot of noise about it. Even when he was at Milan, there was a lot of noise that he's really good. He's a good player, man. He's got a big potential. And he could, he actually reminds me of a Saliba type, a proper
Mm.
defender, good on the ball, got a bit of everything, can hide the ball. He's brilliant, man.
Malik Thiaw to go on a 3-month strike in the summer.
Yeah, nah, they're already haters, man. Bloody hell.
Oh, there was 3 Jodies in the chat yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Who else is there? There was a Bash. I think I started or I didn't start it. For God's sake. Dean says people need to look into Gay's character. He's also from a family of pastors. He lives with all his family. If he's given us word, he's coming. I think someone sent a little segment. You know what? I saw the tweet from David, but I didn't actually click into the article. But someone sent me it on DM, and or it was on the thread. And David Ornstein was suggesting that there's an agreement with Gay and the club to see out his contract. There goes the January signing then, if that's true, Gene.
But if that's the case, we are fucked. That's the only way to describe it. We are royally effed. If we don't sign a centre back in January, we know that, you know that, everybody knows that, and it's criminal if we don't go into the market. Because we need not. It's not like we need one. We need a couple. So we have to go into the market in January. But if there's an agreement in place, that's not good news, man. That is not good news.
Okay. Okay. By the way, there's nearly 400 people of you. We didn't expect 400 people tonight, but like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, people. Please, I cannot stress it enough. Keep on liking, and keep on liking because it helps us out massively, especially when the stream is finished because it means that it goes out to the people who haven't been exposed to the channel. So please spread the word far and wide, so the BNR community can expand. I wanted
I
to.
wanted to ask Asim, obviously with Ibu Konaté, yeah,
Mm,
I have a feeling, and
yeah.
people can say what they want. I just get this feeling, Asim, he might stay.
What did you make of his Instagram post?
That was another
Post? Was
reason.
it post?
Yeah, that was another reason that told me it was in a way.
Well, come on, Chin. So surely you have to give him. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, no, Asim, I give him look. I'll be honest with you. I read that post. I gave him a bit of credit.
All right. Okay.
In terms of Asim, I have to take this call. Remember, I said to you I was going to get one call. I have to
Yeah.
take.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
You take it. I'll engage with the chat. Fire away with your questions, people. Don't ask me what the Bomba is because I'll leave it to the end of the show. Let me go. There was a comment from Bash. He named a few defenders. No, it's gone, man. It's gone. Bash, if you're still in the chat, send that comment again, please. I missed it. Oh, there we are. Jeremy Jacque, Gehi, Diamande, Ordonez, Bastoni, Schlotbeck, Lukeba. No excuses. Next 2 windows, plenty of options. 100%. 100%. And there's a little hint into who Liverpool have been scouting heavily this season. One of those names there is a name that I'll be repeating at the end of the show and telling you Liverpool have scouted him quite a few times, a lot to exactly quote the guy who told me. So yeah, I'll give you the name. Does it mean Liverpool will sign him? Liverpool scout a lot of players all over the world on a weekly basis. So, but there is another club that is interested in the player as well. So, that's for later. That's for later. Um, bring Quansah back, Gene. I saw a little compilation on Quansah. Uh, footballing centre back, doing well in Germany, did well against City as well. And it was interesting in that compilation, Gene,
Yeah.
where I saw Quansah doing well. Whenever he got the ball, the City players, if they did press him, he found a pass. If they didn't, he still found a pass. And I thought, you know what? It just shows you the Liverpool's deficiencies where it wasn't the case. When Liverpool's right centre back got the ball, they Foden legged it. When Bradley got it, they squeezed up and strangled us and won the ball back against good footballers, and this is the reason why I keep going on about it. And people might say, look, Curtis Jones wasn't the answer, but you have to understand, the answer is not going to be over one game. If anything, Curtis Jones and Soboslai, whenever they've been interchanging in positions over the last two games, if you want to just go by the small sample size, Liverpool have played their best football when there's been a bit of deep progression from the right hand side and from deep areas. But look, it's not ideal. My first phase of radicalism, if you like, was you. It's a short term fix. It's not an ideal fix, and then get to January, then get Jones back into midfield and play Bradley at right back and play Gehi at left back. Effectively, you've got then three good defenders in Gehi, Konaté, and Van Dijk, and then you get the right back to be higher and wider in more of a natural, comfortable position. That was phase two. Phase three, in my opinion, was go get a left-sided centre back who can play the Kehi role that he would have been or would be playing between January and summer, and then you can move Gehi in right centre back positions, or even covering Van Dijk, or even long term if he plays well, he can cover Van Dijk as well. Big, tall, massive ask, but at the end of the day, let's see how he does if he comes. So yeah, Chin, Quansah, did you see much of his
I
performance?
watched bits of it, Asim, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought he had a really, really good game. From the minutes that I saw, he looked comfortable in possession. He read the game pretty well. And look, we all know he was a good footballer because we saw that for 4 or 5 months, and then obviously at the start of last season, it didn't work out, and then he looked lost. He was, in terms of we questioned his mentality. Is he big enough, strong enough to play for Liverpool Football Club? Um, and obviously, I think the move was good for him. He goes abroad. He plays every game. He plays for a team that wants to play football. And you never know. We can't. I don't. The buyback isn't 2026 with him anyway. It's 2027.
No, is it? So it
Yes,
only activates in
yes.
2027.
It's. I'm pretty sure. We can only buy him back in 2027. So to be fair, I'm okay with that though, because if he's good enough for 2 years there, we've got that clause. We can bring him in. But it's going to be interesting to see how well he does. But right now, does it feel like a mistake? Because
Mm.
obviously Leone got injured, we didn't replace him. The biggest issue is we did not replace, and we did not sign another centre back. Leone was probably the Quansah replacement, but Leone didn't really have the amount of games Quansah has played, and Quansah did, has played a lot more games and did play for Liverpool. But it seems like we made a mistake right now because he would have played. There is no doubt he would have played for Liverpool right now,
Oh yeah, no doubt,
without a shadow
no
of a
doubt,
doubt.
no doubt about it. Do you agree with Atik? Slot killed his confidence. He needed to change.
I think Slot did.
He killed his confidence in
But
45 minutes.
100% at the start in terms of, took him off at half time and then never played, didn't play again, practically. So
Mm.
he did in that sense, in that sense, but he did he didn't need it as well as him because we were he was getting battered. He was being targeted at that time. Year before that, Asim, he was playing in a slot in a Klopp team, and he played
Mm.
practically every game. Yes, he made a few mistakes. We remember the United one, but a new defender is always going to make mistakes. I think it did hamper him. I think he was going. We all know he was going through some personal stuff at the time as well, which for a young kid. what probably wasn't easy. He didn't really exactly handle himself really well in that time, but he's probably learned his lesson, gone away, done his thing, and we'll see
Mm.
how well he does over the next year, 18 months. But what I wanted to ask, guys, and I asked, this is a question I'm going back to Ibu Konaté. Is I put a poll up
Oh,
regarding Ibu Konaté to see if if we feel Ibu Konaté signs the contract or not, right?
what is it
Um,
at the moment?
right now, just nearly over, just close to 100 people. 45% say yes, he signs. 55, only 55 say no. And I think the number was a lot higher. If I put this poll up yesterday, I guarantee you this would be around 70% in terms of Ibu Konaté leaving Liverpool. So it's interesting.
I think it would have been close to 90%.
There you go. There you go. But deep down, Asim, we signed Gay. Deep down, I don't think Liverpool fans want him to go. Deep down, because I don't.
I think there's a good chunk of fans, Gene, that just want him to go.
Why? What exactly are we basing that on? Are we basing that on that he's let his contract run to this sort of level?
Recency bias.
Then that's bullshit.
And
Because if I look at
what I mean about by is only 4 or 5 months ago we were really pissed off. 99.9% of Liverpool fans were pissed off about Ibu Konate potentially going to Real Madrid. Why? Because he was playing well
yeah,
and he was flirting with whenever he went to France, talking about his contract situation, replying to fans on Twitter and talking about, you only talk about my performances when I play or make a few mistakes. What about others? And obviously I'm paraphrasing here. I can't remember exactly what his tweets were, but he was engaging, and you felt like, this guy, does he really need to engage like to that level? But now, because he's not playing well, Gene, and he's making really, really silly errors, and his temperament's not right. I think it makes it a lot easier for fans to think, this guy is not playing well. His head's not right. Just let him go, fuck off, type of shit. And he's not as bad as what people how people were going at Trent, but it's the similar sentiment, Gene.
but Trent was generational, and he's obviously a
I know
scout.
that's what I mean. It's not
Always,
as
yeah,
bad.
it's not. Yeah, and that's why it's probably not going to hurt as much. But I still don't want him to leave. I'll be honest with you. If you said to me, Ibu, can I sign the contract? I'll be buzzing. I want him to. I want him to stay because I've seen over the last 4 years that he's been 4.5 years that he's been at Liverpool. That the guy is an unbelievable defender at times. Of
Mm,
course, he's made mistakes in that time. Who hasn't? Yeah,
mm.
but if I'm honest, Asim, I want him to flip and sign a contract. I want him to get going. I want him to start saying, you know what, I've committed myself, make a decision, and then stick by it and crack on because he's a brilliant defender on his day. There is not many defenders on his day in world football when he's on it that are better than him. The
Does he
issue
sign a
is
new contract?
my heart says yeah now. I think he signs. I think Real Madrid would have got their man by now. Real Madrid, Asim, would have got their man by now. And the word is that he's still, there's murmurings that Madrid think that he still might sign. That's why they're pulling out. So he hasn't. If that's the case,
But no, because if you go by David's tweet, Gene, let me pull it up again. I think Indy, our friend, has been busy as well. We'll come to him in a bit.
look,
Real Madrid
he probably won't have
considered Konaté, Gene,
yeah.
but
If they
informed
considered him, they
Liverpool.
had to tell us then. Yeah, listen, contract because they 26 LFC contract switching still could go either way. That's what
Yeah.
I think David Ornstein said.
And that's why I think
Yep.
Ibu Konaté will not be a Liverpool player next season.
Why?
Just a hunch. Just a hunch.
Okay.
Just a hunch.
Hello.
Muhammad,
Me
I
me
don't
me
think
me. I
Liverpool.
say me versus you on this one. Game on.
Muhammad says that we will sell. We can't sell. Who's
Sell
gonna
him for
buy
what?
Konaté? Who's gonna buy Konaté in January? Nobody. In this form, no chance.
I think he signed
um,
him.
but I don't think he. I don't. I can't see him staying. Gene. I can't see. And Dean says apparently it's about some wages that he wants to be level with someone like Gakpo. It might be. Obviously, money talks, doesn't it? Simple. Money talks.
What's Gakpo on? If he wants the same as Gakpo, I think isn't that fair?
Is
With
Gakpo
respect,
Gakpo on about 180 maybe? I don't know.
if Gakpo's on 180, isn't it okay for us to give Konate 180? Is Konate worth 180 grand a week?
What I think is causing an issue, Gene, is Liverpool are putting in clauses with his appearances. It might be too incentivized that Kanate is and his team are not liking. If you think you can stay fit, you can perform, then take the deal. But I think it'll be base salary and then bonuses. Liverpool want to just lower the risk. I think it'll be something a lot down to a lot down to that sort of stuff. Breaking chain. A lot of quotations. I think it's probably from the embargoed section from Arne Slot. It won't be a Liverpool show without discussing Slot. Josh and his admins have been busy over the last 5 minutes. I'll read them out, see what you make of them. Arne Slot on whether he needs to shake up his start inside. Is the question, should I change dramatically? If, for example, you want another system with 5 defenders, that could be an issue. I don't even have 5 defenders. Exactly my point. It suits the players best, the system we are playing now. They've played this system probably throughout their whole career, and there's hardly any training time for us. So it is almost impossible to change our complete idea on football if we play every 2 days. Let's discuss that. I totally agree with him.
100%. There's no. I
And
think
this is
I
the
think
reason
every
why. Yeah. And this is the reason why, Gene, I tweeted about a couple of weeks ago. Like, one, I don't want to see 5 at the back. 2, we can't play 5 at the back because of what he's mentioning about the defenses, lack of depth. We've got lack of depth. We're playing 4 at the back. Never mind 5. We've had to give Joe Gomez injections just to make the bloody bench over the last week or 2. And you want him to play. Gahey obviously helps that. But still, we just don't have the defenders and the depth. Leone obviously is gone out long term. That's a huge, massive blow. And then it's a really, really unique system. And when people look at the 5 at the back, they are just looking at Kirkes and Bradley and Frimpong and Robbo.
Yeah.
Like, look, guys, with all due respect, they're not bloody Cafu and Carlos. They're not. Yeah, they might be suited to a wing back role, but it's a lot easier for me to bring Gahey and play a 3 at the back from a 4 on paper and then let one of them go. That for me, it makes more sense in terms of how you integrate that. And I want 3 attackers on the pitch. I want 3 attackers. But what I want Liverpool and Slot to do is scrap that passive nonsense that he's been playing for the best part of 18 months now, and it only got masked by the players like Trent and Luis Diaz and Nunes and Jota and these kind of players. What you should do is you either live by the sword, die by the sword, and say, I just want to go man to man, and we'll just edge our bets that way. But the problem is with that strategy, Gene, is we don't have the players. And I've been talking about Kloppism and him leaning on that approach. We can't do that anymore. We don't even have the players. And the worst thing that you, as a team that can do, Gene, is press when you don't even have the players to press, because you're just going to have gaping holes in the attack, in the midfield, and in terms of unity. You have to press collectively, and I just don't think you have the intensity. Semenyo, obviously, again, like Gahey in January, if he comes, it will help to the intensity of Liverpool on and off the ball. But at the moment, Gene, we just don't have a long ball. We don't have any sort of get out close. We don't have an out ball. We don't have a counter attack. It is so predictable. Liverpool over the last 8, 9 years, Gene, whenever they were really bad, they had a counter attack.
Oh yeah. Even when we were shit, as in the forward, our forward players would have something. We would always have something. Right now, we've got nothing, and that's the honest truth. We are toothless in every single department. And that's why when we look around, we think, how the hell are we going to sort this out? What is Slot exactly going to do to get this Liverpool team playing again? People have mentioned, dropping Salah and Gakpo and playing into a slight diamond, a 4-3-1-2 with Wirtz in the 10 and Ekatike and Isak up front. Even that, I look at that and I think, if Isak and Wirtz were on song, maybe I could understand it. You're going to play somebody who, both of them haven't got a league goal between them. Let's face it, they haven't got a league goal between them this season, Isak and Wirtz. Yeah. So you look at all this and you think, how the hell, how are we gonna get going? Because our forward players, they need to start. This is the biggest problem we have right now. Is not one of them is in form, and even you can even include Ekatike in there. When was the last time Ekatike scored a goal?
No.
5, 6. Imagine going for a 9, 5, 6 game. I know Isak started a few games as well, but not scoring in 5 or 6 games. I think he scored for France, but I mean for Liverpool, that's an issue in itself.
Must have been a Galatasaray goal, I think.
Yeah, something like that. It'll be something. Frankfurt.
Sorry, not
Yeah,
Frankfurt.
something like that. And it's like you turn back and you think something. Southampton or Frankfurt, whatever it was, something's heavily not right in our forward line. And they need to sort it out. And sometimes you got to go back to basics. I understand that, but I'm still, Asim, look, I don't want to sit here and feel shit. I don't want to sit here and feel depressed with but I'm struggling. I'm really, really struggling to find any optimism in terms of Sunday, in terms of the game against West Ham, in terms of setup, how we're gonna play, who's gonna do something for us. I'm just praying we somehow score the first goal. That's just dua karo. Just dua kari jao. Ya Allah, give us a goal first. So if something happens and we concede, okay, at least we're not going to lose the game. Yeah,
but that's my biggest fear, Gene. We score the first goal, but lose 2-1.
yeah. Look, you can only go by the record this year. We've won every game where we scored first, man. So I'm just praying that we score first, especially on the weekend, Asim. But you know what? Well, let's go through the super chats, Asim. There's a few that came through earlier. LFC Forever 20, big up to you, Asim. Look at Langas from Derby County and Cambiaso. Koi pata nahi kaun ne doye.
Angus. Okay. I'll note it down. We've got a few more. Oh, Unks is in the house. Every time I look at that picture, I think Unks is on the train to skip.
Come on, Unks. Unks is a funny guy, man. Unks is funny, man.
Unks messaged me actually last week. I think he's in the UK around December 12th. I think he goes, I want to take you and Sheen out for, I think a gap shop, dinner, coffee, whatever. So we're going to have to hook up with the Unks.
Yeah, whenever you're here, Unks, drop us in a message. We'll make sure we'll go for some food. Come to Manchester, man. I'll take you out.
Just catch that train up to Manchester. He's back again with another super chat.
At least did a super chat.
I did. In my mind, I did. It's Shorterbeck. I can't gaslight Unks. Okay, Unks. So the same Slot who removed Quansah after first half can't pull Gakpo shit show after fucking shit show because he's Dutch. No, Chiesa can do nothing good. I put Chiesa in my team on Sunday as a predicted lineup, Gene, but that was more out of hope.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man, and this is the one thing that Arne Slot, you know what he should do? If he made that change, if he did something like that in a game, against Thingy, he brings on a Chiesa, he does something like that, and we lose, at least he's gonna have a fan like me off his back. He will have fans like me who are crying out for change on that side. right? Like, you know what? He's done it. He's made it. He tried to do something different. He's taken off Gakpo. We think that has been shit, and he's played a player that we want to play there. So he would have a load of fans thinking, you know what? He tried to do something. If it didn't work, okay, fine. You can revert back to your thingy, but at least give it a shot. Chiesa deserves a chance. Let him go. If it doesn't work, it's all right. It's fine. They're fucking shit anyway. It's not like they're doing
But is it
great.
is
They're
it
shit
is
anyway.
it fine, Gene?
It's fine, meaning, you know what, Asim? No, it's fine, meaning at least you tried something. Yeah? You tried to do something which we wanted, we thought could work. Because it can't get any worse than it already is. That's my issue with Arne Slot right now. And with certain things where I believe he can do something and he hasn't done something.
But would you say like if you bring in someone like Chiesa, the chances are, Gene, is he can't even play 2 games in a week.
I ask him right now, just win one game. Play him, win one
Okay.
game of football. I don't. So at least I'm gonna say, and then if Cody Gakpo wants to play in the midweek game, all right, fine. But at least give yourself give him a chance.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And the thing is, what we've been talking about, the press and the intensity and the heart and the desire, Chiesa can provide that.
Yeah, I read a tweet as him, and I can't remember who it was, and he said he goes, even when the lads are in training and warming up, nobody warms up with the intensity of Federico Chiesa. Even in the warm up, he's like, he gives everything. Yard bachara, kya what do you want from him? And if he still doesn't get a chance, then what can you say? Then that's why people like me will absolutely go for Arne Slot, saying at least do something like this. He'd have so many fans off his back.
But is Chiesa in some ways like Quansah, Gene, that the manager just doesn't really fancy him?
Yeah, he doesn't. That's the truth, isn't it? But I'd understand it if he wasn't making any difference. I'd understand it if the other players in front of him are playing really well. That's fine. I haven't look. Did I shout for, you know how much I love Chiesa from years ago?
Yeah, he did.
Were I crying about him starting last season? I didn't give a shit about him last season. We had players, Gakpo's, the Diaz's, who were on song playing well and doing their thing. I didn't want him to play. This season, though, when he's fit, looks like he's okay, looks like he's fit and firing, and he's got full fitness. Give him a chance this time around. That's my biggest issue with Arne Slot. One of my biggest issues with Arne Slot. Next one, I think Albert's got bare dollar today. It's payday, isn't it, today? Last Friday of the month.
Thanksgiving.
Big up, but Thanksgiving.
We all want Konaté to stay. He's just been a muffin. He wants Van Dijk wages. I don't think he wants those type of wages. Come on. Madrid are going for Gehi. We need to firm up Gehi quickly. January 1st or bust. Dean has mentioned Carragher's article about the post-title celebrations. Look, I've mentioned it many times. I think I mentioned a couple of shows ago, Dean, that I didn't like the players going on, and Avi disagreed. He said, look, at the end of the day, they were on holiday, we won the league, and you're reading too much into it. But for me, I think I mentioned in my fan cam a couple of weeks ago as well, I didn't like it. And it reminded me of like when David Moyes, he won Jack Hall at Man United, but that first pre-season tour, when they went, I can remember ages ago, he started taking pictures and selfies on the Sydney Harbour when they went on tour. And I thought, you know what? This is a manager that is just this job is just too big for him. And it's not to that level. Because at the end of the day, Slot came in, took over Klopp, and won us the title. And I repeat, won us the title, not Klopp. Arne Slot won us that title. He did too many good things for us not to give him the credit for last season. So, but when we won it, it wasn't giving off the vibe that this team is going to go again and again and again. It just isn't. And I've always had a problem about Liverpool selling too many players. Yeah, this, data analysis and this and that, it will bring us some really good players. It'll sort of bring out some really, really good players like Mane that, go from here to world-class level. Bring a player for 40, 50, if you're going to go by the Salah and Mane fees of 30, 40 million pounds. and make them into £100 million players and stars, then it will nurture some, but it's sometimes too data driven. Where someone like Luis Diaz, for me, he needed to stay, and I said, look, it made sense in terms of a deal. It was very, very appealing to Liverpool for 65 million. But if you're gonna get rid of him, the bigger mistake was not replacing him.
Yeah, that was the biggest problem I
That is
think we
the
did.
biggest mistake, especially what he provided us, Gene, off the ball. The likes of Wirtz and Salah, they can't they can't just stand there and be expected to, have trade-offs in philosophy and tactics from the manager, obviously more so with Salah, and then have Gakpo on the left-hand side week in, week out. Because Gakpo wants to stand there and be fed to feet and cut in and shoot. But you can't have all three attackers doing that. And then
Yeah,
you
man,
want
like
Isak to start on week in, week out as well. So it's just a massive, massive oversight and a massive imbalance. And this why, judging by there's some more quotations I haven't read, but we will do, Gene. I think Arne Slot is going to tweak where he is going to be a bit more pragmatic. Whether that is through personnel, I think it will be with one or two or maybe three changes at the weekend. But I think he's going to drop a few of his core principles where he's just going to think, you know what, for the next month, we're going to sacrifice 5-10% of possession. And that's what we're going to make. We're going to be hard to beat. I think that's going to happen. And he might even play Gomez at right back on Sunday. He might drop Salah's trade off and say, okay, you're going to be 10 yards deeper, and make sure every single team on a week-to-week basis is not attacking our right side. Judging by what I just read about, in subtle changes, and we can't make drastic changes and change up to a back of five. I agree with him. But have you got the balls? And are you brave enough to drop your core principles, your fundamental principles from last year? That is the big question. And I think that's why when I wrote my tweet, Gene, it's now or never. And I'm going to change my opinion, Gene, if I may say so, from last show. When I said Arne Slot is going to be here on the January 1st.
go on.
I think if we lose against West Ham, he won't be here.
Wow. So for one game, he could be out after one more game.
Yeah.
Wow. Hello. Wow, I was not expecting you to say that today. Put it that way.
Yeah. I think if we lose West Ham, I think Liverpool won't be left with any choice.
Interesting. Right, a few more super chats. Ash, big up Ash, massive support of the channel. I don't see a scenario where Salah, Wirtz, Gakpo, stroke Isak ever works without them. Whoever the manager is, I'll never disrespect the king, but next season I think it has to be a structure built around Wirtz, Isak. To be fair, I get it. I can't see Salah. I don't think Salah Gakpo work anyway. Regardless, them two on the, like Asim mentioned, they just don't work. You can't, like you mentioned, we just don't have the work rate. Even now or next season. And I understand you for the cause of the structure to be built around Wirtz and Isak. But what we need more than anything, Ash, is we need Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz to show us something this season, to show that they're good enough to play for Liverpool Football Club. Anybody can come and have a £130 million fee and do it at Newcastle and Leverkusen, but you have to come to Liverpool Football Club and be able to produce, be able to show that you're good enough to play for us. Because they came for huge fees. £250 million was spent on these two players. Not saying that they're not good enough. They're two brilliant players, but they have to show us something. I genuinely believe Isak was going to be the Salah replacement in terms of his output, and Wirtz was going to be the replacement of Trent in terms of creativity. But we've not seen anything anywhere near the level of what we thought we were going to see. So I think it's imperative that these two get it going, and they need to start as soon as possible, because right now, mate, we're a laughing stock. Literally a laughing stock. We've got United fans fucking bantering us, man, and I can't take that. Asim, if you anything to say on that before I move on?
No, 100%.
Move on.
100%.
This one's for you, Ruben. Big up to you. He goes, Asim, what do you think of? I just want to make sure I got it right.
These names,
Andre
I know what I have to
Chamas.
say. Shamas.
Shames, Sham.
I need. I'll take a picture. I'll take a picture of that name. Look, please forgive me, Ruben. I don't have the time. I have to watch Liverpool's games back. I'm on the verge. I'm writing a big, massive article on the problems of Liverpool. I've been watching Liverpool games over the last 12 months, and I want my first article on Substack to be really, really analytical and big. So please forgive me if I can't watch these type of players. But I've taken a picture, and I like to do a bit of scouting and profile checking in international breaks. And I'll check out Shamas. I'll check out Shamas on the next break. I promise you.
Right, big up. Next
Actually, his
super
name is
chat.
Shemes Andres.
Yeah, Andre. Right, next one. Big up Mohsin, massive supporter of the channel. If we are going to do a man-to-man press, we need willing runners. Put Ramsey at right back, Grav, Zobo, Jones in a midfield three with Isak. Sorry, Chiesa versus and Isak. Fluid front three versus West Ham United. There are calls for Ramsey to start at right back. Asim. I think he had a cameo where he played in the Carabao Cup, and I was quite impressed with him. To be fair, I thought he was probably the best player on the Liverpool team that day.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was.
not. I think sorry, it was Chiesa that day, but he had a good game. But yeah,
Yeah, he did.
what do you reckon? Man to man press. We look. If you don't have number one, you gotta have the balls to go and to play man to man, which Arne Slot right now hasn't shown that he wants a structured setup. He wants a structured the way we play out. It doesn't work, man. I to be honest with you, I find it fucking boring, and I'm sick of it. I want to see a bit of Kloppness in us. Whether we're gonna see that, I don't know. But you have to have players who are number one good enough to win their duels. Right now, our players cannot win duels to save their fucking lives, and that's the honest truth. We don't have it in us to Asim. We can't win our duels right now.
No, we can't. But I caused a bit of a stir on Twitter today. I
Yeah,
said Endo is not the answer to Liverpool problems, and I was surprised. It was a good 70% of those comments, and there was a lot of comments, want Endo in the team, Gene, because what you just mentioned. They said, look, at least he's gonna put a foot in. What do you make of it?
you know, if I'm honest with you, I'm not a fan of it of Endo starting, right? But sometimes, Asim, you have to make a decision. What do you want? If you're saying he's going to make subtle changes, where he's going to shore it up a little bit, how do you shore it up? You probably have to play an Endo in there, then Asim, who's going to give you the dogged work, who's going to do the running around and doing the hustling and hurrying and putting a foot in when we need it. Because there are times where I called those toothless at times, and that's exactly where we fucking didn't even go in for 50-50s. Yeah, I don't want to swear and lose it today. I've actually enjoyed this show, yeah. But when I think of them performances, when I see us not even going in for 50-50s, that gets me going, because that's the bare minimum any footballer should be able to do when he goes onto a pitch, especially when he's wearing the badge of Liverpool. You go and try to win that ball. You don't pussyfoot around any challenge. And that's what some of our players did in that game. So the last thing I want, Asim, I need players who are gonna wear their shirt.
Would you
Heart.
play him? That's the question. If you were Arne Slot on Sunday, arguably your last game, potentially, sorry, not arguably. Yeah, could make sense as well with arguably. Potentially your last game for Liverpool Football Club. Are you gonna pin your hopes on Endo in the number 6 position?
No.
You fucking just made a case for him. You dropped him.
No. This is no. But what I'm trying to say to you is, no. Okay.
You
No.
said
Sorry.
if you want
I
to
misread the
shore him
question.
up,
You said if I'm
you
honest.
put him in.
No, but you're saying. Sorry, I misread the question. I thought you meant if. What do you think Arne Slot will do? I
Okay.
misread. What would I do? You know
What
what?
would you do? You just said it that if you want to shore it up, you put him in. You know what? With all due respect, I love him and he's got a cult, and I love the Japanese community. And when you see him and come support their own boy at Anfield, honestly, it makes me really, really happy. But if we are relying on Wataru Endo in a
But Asim, the others are
possession-based
doing
team,
nothing. The
huh?
others are doing nothing.
And you know why? why in terms of tactically is when teams changed up against us, Gene. Like when he suits a Jurgen Klopp style, doesn't he? Unless Slot goes complete radical and starts playing like Jurgen Klopp, and we've just agreed that he doesn't have the players for it anymore, then fine. But the way Arne Slot plays, and especially how teams have gone man to man against us, when it's zonal, he has a bit more space. If he's got a bit more structure around him, he's got the pass to Trent, he's got the pass to right side of centre back. He doesn't have to turn. He's got a lot of simplicity to his game. When it comes to a man to man, and this is one of the reasons why I think McAllister has struggled, Gene. When you lock on these type of players, then you need different traits. You need to drop a shoulder. You need to be a bit more mobile. When the game gets stretched, it's all about mobility and legs and covering space. And although once Endo arrives in those situations, he's strong in the tackle and he doesn't back off 100%. But I think you need a lot more press resistance against the opposition's style. And one of the reasons why McAllister has performed poorly is, I think, when you do go man-to-man against Liverpool, then physicality is needed. And some people will say, yeah, look, he's strong in the tackle. But if you're the number 6, you need to make sure you're good on the ball, Sheen.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But
Endo isn't.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying right now. But my issue right now is none of our players are in that position have that right as of right now. They fucking shit, Asim.
But
Jones, maybe Jones, you can say can play there. With I think he's with them. We need a right back issue. Are any of our right backs back this weekend? Only.
No.
That's a better deal.
But that's the thing, Gene. That is the thing. Like Salah.
Would you play my right back?
No. If I'm going to play him anywhere, I'll play my centre back. Endo, I'm talking about. If I'm going to play him anywhere, the game's in front of him. Yeah. He's a decent passer from centre back compared to other centre backs. Obviously, again, not ideal. But Gene, we've spent 450 million pounds, and I understand that I want Jones at right back, but suddenly we want a DM at right centre back and a midfielder in Jones at right back.
That's crazy, man.
It's a mess. It's a mess. But you know what? He just might have to do it. Not to this extent, but I don't know. Going back to Konaté again, does he think, what? After 30 minutes, I'm chasing the game. After 50 minutes, I'm putting Gravenberch as centre back. Yeah. Why did you bloody start with it? Put Jones and Szoboszlai in midfield. Put Gravenberch.
Oh, this is madness. All our teams at right back. We have one defender.
Gomez at right back. Gravenberch inverting from centre back. Leave Gomez and Van Dijk.
Jones in the 6. Oh, this is crazy. If you actually
no options,
it's crazy.
No options.
It's crazy, Asim.
The understudies are not good enough. That is the problem. The lack of depth is just not there. It's just not there. Shall we read quickly is some of the other comments as well from Arne Slot tonight? Arne Slot, if he has reached the lowest point of his Liverpool reign, I have already thought a few times that we hit the worst point or the lowest point. I think we're all in the same boat, Arnie, because many times I have said, and I actually still feel this about Wednesday as well, that the score does not reflect the way we played. So every time you are thinking we can keep playing the same, but hopefully do better, because this team should and can play better than we do. Make no mistake about that. It is not that we perform at the high standards we can perform at, but you should expect that given the quality we have, that we have reached the lowest point a few times. And then there was a few more as well. I think that's everything. Something about making a comparison to Liverpool's run and City's run last season. I already said multiple reasons, and I can come up with an extra 5 or 6. So why we are on a run of form like this, but they will never be enough to make up for the results that we have. I'm not sure, but Pep will probably have said the same. For example, we had injuries last season as well. So it is not like the season that we have injuries last season and we didn't. So that helped us with a better run of form. But indeed, the example of City can help because they have quality and we have quality. The best chance to come out of a situation like this is that we have, as a team and me as a manager, bring the best out of these players again to bring us back to winning ways. If we didn't have the quality, we would have had a big problem. I think we have the quality and we have to bring the best out of them again. Psychology, mentality, Gene. That's what it's about these days. That's what it's about these days. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Right now, Asim, honest, look, I don't care what he says. Just go and sort it out on Sunday, man. Just look, I want to support you. We will go into that game, praying that we win and you do something which is going to get us going again. I can't see it, but of course we'll be sat here supporting you, and I hope you manage to get it sorted. But a few more super chats, Asim, before we move on to the
Yeah.
next thing. We'll go through this quickly. Albert again. Slot is afraid K is able with actually upstage his chosen one Gakpo in just one match. Slot must simply go. He is intentionally sabotaging good players. Him again is Thanksgiving weekend in America, enjoying a relaxed weekend in Central Florida until Sunday's impending debacle. Will lose at against West Ham. And banter is fine. Thank you for your super chat,
Unks
mate.
gets about, man. Unks gets about.
Unks is chilling, man. He's chilling
It's
out in
a,
Florida right
it's
now.
a magic train.
Banter is fine because people were killing on X for saying the best way to use Endo, specifically under Slot, is at centre back, where the game is in front of him, not midfield and back to man. That's fair. Look, we just spoke about that. But Banter is fine, and you're probably right. He's probably meaning that's probably the position he probably suits him best. But guys, there's nearly 420 of you in here. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. We are going daily every day. I think we have been going for quite a while now, trying to give you content. We will be going tomorrow. There's the watch along on Saturday, so make sure you definitely join us for the watch along. Hopefully, and we're all praying that it's a win. But Asim,
Why is the game, by the way, 205?
I know I found that
Any
weird.
particular reason?
I don't know exactly why is it 205, but it said 205.
I think it's a 5-minute prayer for Liverpool. That's what it is.
But Asim, look, January, yeah, before we start speaking about, obviously the other managers and stuff like that, January, why are people going on about Bombers? God, yeah.
I'll tell them a player that Liverpool have heavily scouted this season.
Go on.
I'll tell him at the end.
Okay. So, and we get a Bomber at the end.
Hmm.
Heavily scouted a player. But Asim, before we thingy, in terms of January, then you mentioned
Indie Bomber.
Oh,
Wasn't that half 10? Wasn't that half 10? What's Indie chatting now?
Koi pata nahi, I've not been on.
Indie Bomber Black Friday exclusive at half 10.
God, I'm gonna give him credit.
Could be half a Bomber.
That is hilarious. That is actually hilarious. Like Friday Bomber.
BBC Bomber about Gehi.
I missed it, man.
BBC. I don't know. He's talking about Semenyo that United have presented a contract offer to his agent.
All right. Forget him, not bothered. Yeah,
It is due to overlap in other games. Okay.
I asked him January, man. What are we talking? What's happening in Jan? What do we need to do?
Have we done all the supers?
Yeah, we're up to date with them.
January, I think Liverpool will back their manager.
Yeah.
I was just about to back. I was just about to say back Slot. If he, regardless who the manager is, Gene. Yeah. Oh, by the way, you know what we were discussing?
When?
About short-term options. That if Arne Slot, you're not gonna like this.
Oh fuck it!
You're not gonna like this. And what I got is because I asked, is Stevie a possible?
You've gone.
Stevie is appreciated, and he said, "Look, Stevie is appreciated. He's liked, obviously, for obvious reasons."
Your voice isn't the same though.
Wait on. It's
Now you've gone.
This guy's spamming the chat.
That's fine.
This guy's Awallah's chatting. He's just
Hey,
for
Wallah,
the.
you know what you doing, man? Come on, bro. We see your message. We're gonna put it up. We'll bring you back. Hey, Wallah TV. You should understand. Just chill. You don't need to spam the chat, man. Flipping neck.
He goes, "Hey, Awallah TV."
You know, come on, man. Hey, Wallah. Hey, Wallah TV. There you go. I watch all of them as well, man. Maybe
Oh,
takra.
Awallah TV. um, is that actually a TV channel? Awallah TV.
It must be the Osman, and now they've started with the Orhan.
Oh, is that what it is?
It must be Hey, Wallah TV. Come on, man.
No, no, no. This must be a YouTube channel, you know.
Oh, no, man.
It must be. I'm telling you, it must be his own
Got Whirling
YouTube
Dervish on
channel.
there.
Huh?
It's got Whirling Dervish on there.
Yeah. Type in YouTube. This will be a thingy.
Hey,
Look at
Wallah,
that.
I'm
Big
gonna,
up.
I'm
Go
gonna,
head over.
whoever you are, bro. If it's thingy, I'm gonna give it a subscribe. Go on. Get
Thank
yaad
you, TV.
rakhiye.
Thank you, TV. Thank you, TV. Eyvallah. Eyvallah. Change tactics to 4-1-2-1-2. Bravs. That's
Bro,
just a
you got one more
4-3-3.
follower.
That's just a 4-3-3, bro. Put Endo in the DM and bring a youth player from right back. Can't get more worse than it is. So yeah, Gene, going back, you're not gonna like this.
Okay, go on.
And I said, what are the short-term options? And guess what? I got back.
Steven Gerrard.
No. Not many options. Stevie is one. But sorry, I'm not reading it. I'm trying to remember it. Although Hughes sacked him, you ready for this? Gary O'Neill is appreciated.
You know what? Fuck Slot out. Fucking use it out. Honestly, it's Chikato. Cheap Slot.
You know what? If that happens, Toba. Oh my. You know what?
You know what?
That scared me.
I'm gonna.
That scared me.
Bro. Nikki, I'm with you, mate.
Oh, Vicky goes, Gary O'Neill is a great thinker. You know, he is appreciated.
I say I'm this now. I'm definitely snotting, boys.
Although Hughes sacked him.
You know, Vicky like, but I like it, huh?
He goes, surely you're having a laugh. I'm not having a laugh. O'Neill worked at Liverpool.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, if Vicky आना बंदा ठीक है फिर बंदा ठीक हो सी.
He's a top guy. I don't doubt he's a top guy.
No, बंदा ठीक must be good. He's not just saying he's saying he's a great thinker. The Mark Shakhtar चलना हो सी.
He's a student of the game. And apparently, Gene, he's been studying the game. I think he came on Monday Night Football recently as well. I didn't watch that, but I saw a little picture on Twitter. But yeah, I was not as permanent.
Oh, no shit, not permanent, man.
3-4-3 merchant.
Huh?
Is he a 3-4-3 merchant? Wiki goes. I can't even remember his wall side.
I don't know. Anyway, you know, Asim, you're just gonna put me on a downer after this show. Give me. You said you're gonna give us a bomber. Was this the bomber?
I'll give you a bomber. The reason why I've been going on about defenders is because I've been told Liverpool are actively looking for defenders. And Schlotterbeck is one of them. Everyone knows that. Schlotterbeck has been on the radar for a long, long time, even prior to his injury, and he's still an option for Liverpool. But the name I got, and I mentioned him about 2-3 months ago, that he's caught my eye, is Jeremy Jacquet. Has been heavily scouted by Liverpool this season. Jeremy Jacquet. So he is one. But I said our Liverpool front runners. I got back United are in as well. So let's see what happens. Jeremy Jacquet, I believe.
You liked him. You spoke highly of him, Asim.
Tall, strong. Has he got the recovery pace? He's not slow, but any stretch. Can put a tackle in. Progressive. He's got a ping. He can play in a 3. He can play in a 4. But there is interest from Man United as well. There is interest. Great on the ball. I've seen some compilations since I've been given that name. But Gene, he is a real talent that's coming out. You know what, Gene? The French market is where Liverpool should be looking. Dean, and to be fair to Dean, he's been saying that Liverpool should be looking in the France for a long time. To be fair to Dean, and he says I'm a massive fan of him. He's a monster. Have you seen much of him?
I just saw some clips when you mentioned him 2 years ago. He looked a decent player, Asim. That's I just saw clips of him and that was only after you mentioned it as well.
But look, let's make it clear. I'm not lying to you that we get told that Liverpool are scouts are at this game many times. Does that
Yeah,
mean
standard.
they buy him? No. Why I did ask the question, are we front runners? And the reply I got was United are in as well. So let's see what happens.
Interesting. Right, so quick few more super chats. Bloody hell, he's definitely got paid. It's big up Albert. It's concerning that we've never drawn this season. We could have had 5 draws and 5 more points. Sometimes you just have to play for the draw. We are pathetic. You know what? I did actually think that as well. There was a few times where we could have drawn games. Rather we lost them. There was, of course, when we first started losing, we lost 3 games to 3 late goals. A question to you, Asim, from Joy Freddy. Thank you for your super chat. Asim, is Nagelsmann good enough in your opinion?
Thinker, principles, adaptable, fluid, experience, winner. Why not? Last time we picked a German, it didn't turn out to be too bad, did it?
He's probably your front runner, Asim, after Enrique. Then, yeah.
My 2 ideal managers, who I think can carry the burden and the responsibility of Liverpool Football Club on their shoulders, are Nagelsmann and Luis Enrique.
Right, next one, Albert. Again, we forget we have Calvin Ransby, who will probably be in Scotland's World Cup squad, but our coach sits him on the bench. I am taking Gary O'Neill any day. Gio,
Oh, go on.
Albert's a
Wait,
big.
let me read that message again. We forget to. I'm taking Gary O'Neill. Who would take Gary O'Neill apart from Monks? Apart from Wiki as well.
Right, Gary O'Neill, yes or no, boys?
As the interim manager. As the interim manager. As the interim manager. If Arne Slot gets sacked on Monday, hey, well, not TV said no. No.
No, Zaire, no. Cash, no. Forever Reds TV, no. Tway, no way. Dylan, no. Yeah, Atik says
interim, yes.
Interim, yes. Selection, big up. He goes, I'd rather keep Slot and I'm fine with Gary short on as long as he's only short term. O'Neill and Gerrard and Carragher, Muhammad goes. Rather get Tesco's manager, Johnny. Harry Gallagher, yes, as interim. Brad goes, I would take you over Asim. Yes to interim, total eclipse, big up. So quite a few yeses, but I think majority probably said no. I think we had one more super chat. LFC forever, big up for you. Bet his dad Puffer is buzzing with that. I don't know who you're talking about. LFC Mara Pirigi Kasme. I don't know which guy it is that you're talking about there, mate.
Bet his dad Puffer is buzzing with that.
Which player was talking about?
Bet his dad Puffer.
The message because I'm a bit lost.
Koi pata nahi.
Asim, anything else before we wrap up?
One more chat. Just come from Andy.
Oh yeah, just come in. Andy, big up. More I listen to Areola, more I think he fits us. Areola's good, man. I really like Areola. And I just like the way he plays football, man. Ash, here we go. He's lived another late one. You asked me in June about centre back Asim after hoisting rejectors. I sent you 5 or 6 names and had Jackie as a 2026 target to keep an eye on. Ash, man, Ash is a proper thinker as well, man. He always gives us the right names.
You can always rely on a name. I go to Bilal and I go to Ash. Proper football people. And if you want to know some up and coming talent, then those are your guys. And to be fair to him, he did give me Jeremy Jacquet. Since then, I've kept an eye on him. Another lad, Ordonez, he's another centre back, and he's been doing well. And I told him there's about 7 to 8 clubs looking at Ordonez. And about 2-3 months, I think I sent him the article or he sent it to me. And those amount of clubs were looking at Ordonez. And there's still plenty of clubs looking at Ordonez as well, Sheen. Plenty of clubs.
Big up, and big. This is probably the last one from Albert. Albert, thank you very much. I haven't been paid. I'm retired. I'm anyone but Slot.
Why?
Right.
Look, I understand, Gene. I want the manager to be replaced, especially if we lose against West Ham. I want the manager to be replaced today, if it was up to me. Because I think if we really act, the season is still can be salvaged. But I'm surprised by how quickly, and people will say, no, it's not quick, Gene. Asim, we've lost 9 out of 11 or whatever it is. But it's probably because of the connection that the manager didn't even have with the fans, Sheen. And he was never going to be a Jurgen Klopp. I get that. But I think he could have done a bit more, Sheen.
Yeah,
I think
I get that.
It was too much business-like. I don't think, especially the locals like that, Sheen.
Yeah, look, I understand that. Look, but, we end of the day, I think he did build. He won us the title, so we will always respect him. And I think he did build that. That, you know what, we accepted how he was, because end of the day, it was a results-driven game. He delivers the title, but so we did respect him. But I get it. When you have a personal affection towards a manager or something, you're probably willing to give that manager a bit more time. But I think we live in a world right now that, if you look at other clubs, they've got won titles and lost and sacked managers. Leicester sacked Ranieri, Chelsea sacked Mourinho. These things happen at the highest level nowadays. You don't get as much time, and if anything, Liverpool definitely do give you time. But this run, 8 out of 11 is crazy. It's not. We can't imagine any Liverpool doing anything like this ever. Losing 8 out of 11 games is mental, and I'm dreading. Imagine 10 out of 13, bro. That is honestly, is difficult to take. So just imagine we didn't win them games early on in the season, them 5 games where they could have gone either way. We would have been in real trouble.
Yeah. By the way, Luis Enrique, correct me if I'm wrong, 1 year left on his deal this summer.
Yeah, I think he's going to go. I think he's done. He would need it to deliver the Champions League, right?
You know what? If we don't win it, Gene, and it looks a miles off at the moment, even though Avi's telling us to book our hotels in Budapest, if we don't win it, then I want PSG to win it.
Because then you can leave.
Yeah. We'll be bored.
Yeah.
Won the Champions League twice, won the league again, probably. Just go. But
that makes.
I think, Gene, the story of Xabi Alonso has not ended. I think that changing room will do him over.
I agree with you.
It's a terrible changing room, Real Madrid. I think in 2-3 months' time, we will be talking about Xabi Alonso again. Mark this day, mark this time. I think Xabi Alonso's career at Real Madrid won't be long.
Especially if they don't win anything. Then he's straight out. Right, guys. We've been going for an hour and 23. Guys, there's still nearly 400 of you in here. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. And big up to everybody. We've tried to engage with the chat today as much as we can. It was a good show. You know what? I actually enjoyed today's show. It was a proper gap shop. It was a proper show. We didn't have no rolla sholla. We have that idiot that comes on sometimes, yeah, and gives us a load of shit and ruins our shows at times. Yeah, he's probably gonna give me shit now. But big up to everybody, man, and hopefully we will try and come on tomorrow as well before we go live on Sunday, where I'm sure there's at least 2 or 3 shows planned for Sunday. So guys, thank you for your support and everybody, and inshallah we will catch you tomorrow. Take care everyone, and goodbye.
No.